On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And oh my god, the sun has been out.
The sun has been out longer.
The rain has been gone. You came over the other day with the dogs and we just laid outside.
Oh, it was so nice.
Relaxed, let the dogs run around in the yard.
They were not having it. They've gotten a fight.
I know.
They're like siblings, though. It's like a sibling fight. Like,
I know. They all just bug each other.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it was like a very chill week this week.
Mm-hmm.
Last weekend, I definitely got the vibe that I wanted, which was being a total shut-in.
Yes.
I kept up with like my 90s, early 2000s movie marathoning, and I watched Sugar and Spice.
Oh, yes.
Such a good one.
Such a good one. I haven't seen that in ages.
It was a fun rewatch. And Geoffs, leave any recommendations for a similar era movie because we've both been liking a lot of like 90s, early 2000s movies lately.
You know what we should watch tonight?
What?
Jawbreaker.
Oh, that's a good one.
Love that
Fern.
movie. Yes. That was like one of the first movies I ever got on DVD. And so I just watched it over and over.
Kitschy. Like they're all just so iconic. And you forget that so many phrases that are still used today are from like 90s and early 2000s movies.
You know what movie I love?
What?
I kind of feels Sugar and Spice. Well, no. Point Break.
Okay.
Okay. I fucking love it.
Armageddon. Okay.
Oh, Armageddon's great. But Patrick Swayze.
So fine.
As the villain. Oh my God.
Love that guy. You know what else I haven't seen in a long time, speaking of, is, what am I thinking of? It's not The Lost Boys. It's Pony Boy.
Yes.
Stay Gold.
That is The Lost Boys.
Why can't I remember the name of it?
Fuck, it's...
People are screaming it right now at their
I know, it's the...
No, don't look it up. I want to see if we can figure it out.
Okay.
Stay Gold.
Wait, shh. The Outsiders.
The Outsiders.
Yes.
Okay. The Outsiders would also be a good rewatch.
Uh-huh.
I remember we watched it in school after we had read the book. It was one of those exciting things where they wheeled the TV into the classroom.
Uh-huh. It was a rainy day.
That's when I
Wheeling
knew.
the TV in.
That's when I knew that I was
Really?
a homosexual.
Really?
Oh, come on.
I mean...
They were all so hot.
Charlie Sheen?
Was hot when he was young.
Okay. Tiger Blood.
Remember his very odd behavior?
Yes. It was like the talk of the town for months.
Uh-huh.
Tiger Blood and...
Winning. Remember?
Winning. Uh-huh.
Just manic behavior. Hope that guy is doing all right.
Oh my God. Well, you know what we've also been watching?
Oh.
Seventh Heaven.
Something and a something.
And the love of family.
Oh, love of family. Yeah, talk about incest. Weird.
Bizarre.
Oh, bizarre.
We could literally start a whole podcast on Seventh Heaven because the drama behind the scenes, the sick fucking twisted Eric Camden behind the scenes.
Oh, Stephen Collins.
That's his name?
That's the actor's name. Creep.
Sicko. However, the show is a wild watch. The first episode 1, season 1, Spencer and I, jaws were on the ground.
We had to rewind like several different times and say, did that just happen? And we were trying to figure out the entire time we were watching it. We were like, what was the target audience for this? Because it doesn't seem like kids.
There's no like laugh track. It's not like a funny 90s sitcom.
No.
But it wasn't a drama. I don't know.
I think I would categorize it, I guess, more as, you learn a lesson with some of the episodes.
Yeah.
But it's also just very, very bizarre. And so much happens in the first episode.
Oh my God. But what shocked us was Jessica Biel, her character with her older brother. You guys, it was like the beginning of a porn. It was like
odd.
We're playing basketball, and then she's like, yeah, like I like this guy, but like I don't know how to kiss, brother. Like, will you show me? Disgusting.
We were like, what is actually happening here? It was just very, very bizarre. And rewatching it now, like we knew it would be cringy, but I thought it would be cringy like a lot of 90s TV shows when you go back and watch and you're like, this is the corny shit I was watching. But this was like, what? Well, this is very weird. And like remember the mom and dad were like hot and heavy under the sink and the son was just like staring at them like a little creep.
And they gave the mom a helmet head.
Oh, her wig. The wig was wiggin'. Wig was wiggin'.
Tragic. No wonder when we were that young, we thought these people were so old. And they were probably 35.
Yeah.
You know? Because they looked old.
Yeah, the hair, everything, and the outfits, it ages you. A weird thing we've been rewatching.
Yeah.
The episodes are also kind of long. Longer than I remember.
Long and dramatic.
But every TV show now I feel like is like 18 to 20 minutes. Times were different.
It
was a full hour probably with commercials back in the day.
I know. And you had to sit in front of the TV and watch it. You couldn't pause it.
No, you'd run and get a snack while the commercial was playing and you'd be like, okay, I think I have like 30 seconds left. And whoever sibling was always like, it's starting. It's starting. I remember that. Nostalgia.
Wait a second. So the Camdens were church girlies. Okay. We got a DM from a church girly and we love her. And I've got to read it. Okay.
Good transition.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Her
name's Brianna or Brianna. So excited for you guys. Love your show. And believe it or not, I'm a pastor of a Christian church.
A pastor Geoff.
And was inspired by your coffin spinners to start a segment I named Bible Thumpers in my church as little mini dives into history.
What?
Common misconceptions and miscellaneous facts that don't quite make a full lesson. Some of the content I even credit your show with when random things involving Christianity come up.
Are you kidding
me? I wrote to her. I'm like, can I please read this?
Wow. Talk about our influence. We don't want to get big-headed or nothing.
Shocked.
But we are infiltrating the churches of America, baby.
Okay. Love her. If I were to go to any church, I would want to go to a church led by her.
Yes. Can we establish Obituary as a church so we can write it off?
That would be amazing. Please.
Come on. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Tax season is right around the corner.
Don't remind them. This is their time to disconnect.
That's true.
And don't remind me. I've already got a headache.
I know.
Behind my eye. I feel it right now. Oh, also, how could I forget to mention the tour?
Oh, my God.
I didn't think we'd get through an intro without pushing you guys.
You guys, we cannot wait to see you.
Yeah. So if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, now's a great time. Put this baby on pause.
You got 30 seconds.
Go to obituarypodcast.com and grab your tickets. We know there's been so many different questions, and by the time this episode comes out, we may have already answered some of them. But just so you know, re-emphasizing, we don't pick the cities, we don't pick where we go, so stop getting mad at us. And the age requirements for the venues are all kind of different, so the best bet is to reach out to the venues directly. And same goes for if you bought a general admission ticket, but you wanted to upgrade it for VIP. All of that you have to do, I think, through the venue because we don't have eyes on that or any access to any of that kind of stuff.
If we did, we would do it for you.
Yeah, we'd be like, let them all in.
Let them all. Why even charge?
Come on.
Come on.
Well, we do need to fund
until we're a church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what I ordered for us?
What?
It's in my fridge right now, my freezer.
Don't tell me that. I need it. What is it?
A little mint chocolate ice cream.
Really?
I did.
Oh my God.
I said,
yeah.
I was like, you know what? We said it on an episode recently. If you want a treat, order yourself a treat.
If you want a treat, don't hesitate. Repeat.
Wait, actually, I have a funny story. So I feel like I say too much on this show sometimes. Listen, we're going to learn here pretty quickly that I don't hesitate to get myself treats.
Mm-hmm.
I so badly was craving for some reason. You know the deli at like the grocery store, how they have potato wedges?
Mm-hmm.
I was craving them today. So I Postmated some.
Oh my God.
I have to tell you about my interaction with my Postmates person. They were like,
you always have weird ones.
I know. They were like, hi, Spencer. Your item, the potato wedges, is out of stock. Would you like something else? And I sent a frowny face and I said, no. They were like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, they're out, but they said they could make some, but it takes 10 minutes. And I said, I don't want to make you wait. It's okay.
Yeah.
Lots of exclamation points, of course, because
Yeah.
you know. And they said, I don't mind if you don't. And I said, if you don't mind, I'll leave you some extra cash under the doormat.
Oh.
And they were like, oh, thank you so much. They were like, I've got you. No problem.
Oh my God.
So nice. Sent me a really nice message afterwards.
Do you know what they look like?
Yeah, I have it on my camera. Just a nice guy.
Oh my God. That'd be so cool if you could have your own personal, like you could choose, like you could request him to pick up stuff. Because we talk about this all the time, like with Instacart. If you don't have a good shopper, they'll either pick not the greatest things or not find all the things.
Oh, you know, some are just in and out. And this is the thing. I would probably be the same way. If I was running around doing a bunch of people's grocery shopping, I'd be like,
you can't blame them.
They don't have it, but I just didn't even look. Which is why I'm not good at grocery shopping for myself. Because
Same.
I never make lists.
That's the problem. I have every intention to buy all these things that I think up in my head. I get there. And I leave with licorice. Like, you know?
Just a cart full
and like
of
a
licorice.
roasted rotisserie chicken.
I mean, that is the good thing about like the meal service plans. Like the ones like HelloFresh and Daily Harvest. I mean, all of those are really convenient.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing when I do go grocery shopping, which I have been trying to do like it myself more, I will find recipes and I will only buy the stuff to make those recipes.
Okay.
Because otherwise what I do is I'll be like, I kind of want to make something like this. And then I'll go and I'll buy the stuff. But it's not right or I'm missing like a key ingredient. I made a copycat recipe of the P.F. Chang's lettuce wraps the other day. Incredible.
Well, you made some like chili cream cheese dip last night that we fucking, okay, just try it. And we went back to the stove 500 times with our little Fritos.
Well, I was on TikTok and I saw it was like this recipe where there's so many variations of it, but they always contain 3 things, and that is a layer of cream cheese on the bottom, a can of chili as the next layer, and then shredded cheese.
Could you go wrong with that?
You can't go wrong with it. We were talking about it last night. Like, we love a dip. I won't ever make it alone because it's just me eating it, and that doesn't feel fun. But anytime you come over, if I've been wanting to try something, I'm like, oh, she'll eat this with me. Because, I don't know, it's not as fun to eat a dip by yourself.
Well, yeah, because we have these societal pressures on us that make us feel guilty.
Nobody's talking about the dip guilt.
It's true.
Well, certain foods feel more celebratory than other foods. Like, I would never wait to make a salad because someone's coming over.
Right.
It's more fun to try recipes with a friend.
You know what? Speaking of recipes, my neighbor growing up, I've told you about her, Lulu. She passed maybe like 10 years ago now. My mom and her were best friends, and she was just like part of the family. Like, we lived a few doors down from each other, and her home was always the home that smelled incredible every time you walked in because she was a cook. Like, she could whip up anything. She always whipped up spinach artichoke dip. It was and she would freeze it too. There was nothing like it. And at her funeral, her son put together every single one of her recipes in like a recipe book and gave them to everybody. And I still have it.
I love that.
I gotta make the spinach artichoke dip for us.
Please.
In honor of Lulu.
I love a dip. I love any sort of appetizer, truly. Big fan. And I think it's because I'm a snacker.
I'm a snacker too.
I like something that I can just pick at. And that little recipe right there, that's the easiest dip in the world to make. And it would be a hit at any sports watching party or anything.
Remember
like
I said, bring this to the Super Bowl parties.
Speaking of sporting events, Madison, tell them where we're going this weekend.
We're going to the Supercross.
Yeah, baby. Madison has obliged to come to the Supercross.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's going to be so much fun.
I said, I'm going to wear my beanie with the hair sewn into it.
And I said you'd be right on brand there.
And you said, well, I'm getting a mullet, so we're going to be perfect.
Seriously, we're going to just play the part.
Give me a hot dog, a beer, some nachos.
We love a theme.
Love it.
It's going to be fun.
No, it'll be crazy. Okay, wait, Spencer, do you remember when we used that app that was like all over TikTok like a few years ago, and it was called like Randonaut or something?
Randonaut.
It's like kind of metaphysical, and then it like gives you directions to a place.
It's like, it's going to lead you to where your future home is. Remember it? It took you to that alleyway behind Target.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh my God. Yes.
We didn't experience the scary stuff, but there were videos of scary stuff. And remember
Oh, is that the suitcase? Like,
yes, it led someone to a suutcase with a dead body in it.
That was weird.
So scary.
But I remember you telling me about the app, and I did not want to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Remember? I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. And you were like, come on, I really want to try it.
Stupid. Okay, but some apps are legit. I don't know about that one. Some are legit. And I have a listener email about an app.
Okay, let's hear it.
It says, hey, Spencer and Madison. My name is Mia, and I'm a Geoff in the Bay.
Hi, Mia.
Hello.
Mia from the Bay.
I must start this email with saying I'm so excited to see you when you stop in the city on your tour.
Yay!
I will definitely be attending. I discovered your podcast in May 2022 and was listening consistently as I was dating someone long distance and was commuting 3 hours back and forth to see them 3 times a week.
I'm like, where were you going from the Bay Area within 3 hours? Were you going south or north? Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is important.
She said, I know. I'm an amazing girlfriend.
Yes.
And would listen the entire drive as well as on my way to work and on my way home. However, I got into a car accident. In the beginning of June, and was no longer making trips to see them as well as stuck taking the BART. This made it hard to listen and pay attention to the podcast with the city distractions. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You don't want to go on BART.
Is it loud?
It's just gross now. I mean, I took it to school every day when I lived there, and my first job, I used to take it to my apartment, but it's just rough.
Okay. 5 months later, I got a car again, and I'm playing catch up and listening nonstop. I'm currently on episode 71, and when I listened to episode 66, Oh Bitch, Welcome to the Amusement Park, I thought of the perfect story to tell. If you see this and would like, feel free to share it on air with the fellow Geoffs. Just let me know when the episode goes live so I can hear it and lose my shit.
Here it is.
This story. So for a little background, when I was 3, I lost my dad to his battle with depression.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, I'm so sorry. My mom and I lived with my great-grandma, and she helped raise me most of my life. My great-grandma and my mom's side of the family has experienced a lot of loss, and most of those who've deceased lived in my great-grandma's at one point or another in their life. This is including my dad and 2 out of 4 of her kids. Because of this fact and my experiences in her house, I've been convinced it was and still possibly might be haunted. My great-grandma's house had one specific room, which we called the den, that always felt the most scary and uneasy. At 12 or 13, I can't quite remember, I got my first Android phone and stumbled across a ghost reader app that picked up sounds. One night, while everyone was asleep, I decided it was a great idea to go into the den and use it. I got my phone, snuck down the creepy-ass dark hallway, and opened the app once I got into the den. Within seconds of opening the app, I see my dad's name appear on the phone where it shows what's being picked up.
What?
That gives me chills.
That's, wild.
I dropped my phone and ran down the hallway back into my room. I was not expecting the app to work and definitely wasn't expecting to see my dad's name. This is just one of multiple experiences I had communicating with the ghosts that lived in that house. Fast forward to 2014, my grandma passed away and my great aunt sold the house and took care of the inheritance. I was only 18 at the time and didn't get all the details of the sale, but I'm 99.9% my aunt did not disclose about the guests that came with the house. Oh no.
Oh my God, imagine seeing that.
I know.
I would just panic.
Cry, but also like a sense of comfort. Like I fully, how?
Insane.
You never know. Technology.
You never know. Good thing I got an iPhone and not an Android.
Same.
Only thing listening to me is Mr. Apple.
Oh my God, Suri's listening to me.
Oh God, she pops up all the time.
On accident and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I yell sometimes.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's like, stop. These are what I pulled up for stop.
Literally.
I'm like, shut up.
Mine came on the other day and I actually said, fuck off. And it went, I don't respond to that.
Oh no.
Oh, please. Oh,
what an asshole.
Such an asshole. Speaking of, this first one says, am I
getting right into it.
Let's not pretend, okay? That was clean. Am I the asshole for not allowing my late husband's affair partner to come to his funeral?
Affair partner?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
3 weeks ago, my husband died in a car accident halfway across the country.
Oof.
He said he was going to a work trip, but we later found out that all of that was just another one of his lies, and he was actually on a cheating trip. Something he'd seemingly been doing for at least the past 5 years.
Oh my God. How complicated
so rough. Mm-hmm.
is that death?
Oh, we'll save it for a coffin spinner.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a very fun few weeks. Feel fantastic. Our kids are 7, a daughter, 14-year-old son, and 19-year-old son. Only the eldest knows about the affair, and we all agreed to keep it to ourselves. The problem lies with his partner. She wanted to be involved. I told her that wouldn't be possible, and she should respect our privacy. Even putting my feelings aside, though he's trying to be strong for his younger siblings, my eldest is battling with his anger and grief. Having her there would only cause problems. Regardless, she was there when we arrived at the graveyard, standing some distance away, but she was still close enough to everyone to just make her stand out as if she wanted to be seen. I told my brother and he removed her without causing too much of a scene. Afterwards, she sent me a text message which summarized basically called me selfish for blocking her from being there and saying I robbed her of the chance to say goodbye properly. For some reason, this is slightly bothering me. I've found myself justifying my actions to myself repeatedly since receiving the text. I still believe I did what was right and put my kids first. She had no business there and her presence would only cause drama. She could always go to his grave whenever she wants to say goodbye. Was I the asshole?
Absolutely not. The fact that you didn't swing on that hoe? Oh my God.
Imagine.
Everybody's human. I get it. And everybody makes mistakes. But you knew that this man was married for 5 years. Or however long he was.
Maybe they didn't until he died. You don't know. Every situation's so complicated and different.
Even so.
Yeah. I mean, even so.
I would respect the family enough.
If you're the mistress, which is what you are, you're a mistress. You're the other woman.
This woman's too nice, by the way, calling her the affair partner.
The affair partner. I'd be like, that's the slut who fucked my husband. No, your job is to be a ghost and not be anywhere near that family while they're grieving the loss of their father and husband. And you can pay respect on your own time because funerals are for the living. They're not for the dead.
I wouldn't be paying him any respect. If she knew that he was married, fuck her. If she didn't know, why would she even want to go to the funeral? You know?
Because it's selfish. It's a self-fulfilling thing of like, I need this to process. I need this to heal. Do it on your own time. Don't do it when the family's having their services, you creep.
No.
And the audacity to text the wife of the man you were having the affair with and say, because we might sound harsh right now, but it's really the audacity to send a text message saying that you didn't include her and give her a chance to say goodbye properly. Go fuck yourself.
Every one of these, I try to put myself in their position, right? Like to answer the question. Like, put yourself in the wife's position, obviously, how fucking traumatic that is. And then also put yourself in this other woman's position. Like, I would feel like, regardless if she knew he was married or not, like, I feel like I have a little more respect for myself than to show up at the funeral.
That's the thing. The fact that she showed up even after she was asked not to.
Put her in the grave also.
Oh, Madison's saying you're going 6 feet under.
Sorry.
Crazy. So you're not an asshole. The woman that was having an affair with your husband is. It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango. We know it's, don't be mad at the woman. Be mad at the husband for
I think you can be mad. It depends on the situation. All of them are situational. When people are like, it's not her. It's like, if you know someone's in a relationship and they're cheating on their spouse, I don't know. Do you? We're all human. Everybody makes mistakes. Yes. And we don't know the circumstances, because I do know some people that have had affairs, and logistically you're like, okay, well, I kind of get it.
Yeah, and I think people can work through it. Like, I don't want to say I don't think it's a deal breaker,
it's
because
different. I think when you have kids and stuff, too, that makes a huge difference.
Definitely.
Complicated, but definitely not an asshole for telling her to not come to the funeral. This one says, am I the asshole for not canceling my wedding after the death of my father-in-law? I, 26-year-old female, am getting married in less than 2 weeks. My father-in-law passed away 2 weeks ago of lung cancer after 3 months of hospice care. In my husband's family, it's customary to have 100 days without any kind of celebrations as a mourning. Oh. My in-laws are pushing me to call off the wedding since they claim it would violate the mourning period and it would be highly inappropriate and disrespectful to have a wedding in less than a month after the passing. I refused, since the plane tickets of many guests have already been bought and booked months ago. Many of them are flying from abroad. The venue and the catering have also already been paid. Although the passing of my father-in-law is extremely painful, I do not believe it is okay to call off. My parents support my decision, and my fiance partially wants to go on. All of my siblings in-law are calling me an asshole, and all of them and their children are refusing to attend the wedding. My husband is going to be almost alone since his siblings are most of his guests. Planning this wedding has taken many months and resources from both our families. Am I the asshole?
That is a tough one, because initially I was like, no, if there's like a month, time in between, I've planned a wedding. I know how fucking stressful it is and how you get to the point where you're just like, I don't want this to go on any longer. We need to have the wedding. However, if there's a tradition aspect to it or like a cultural thing to it, don't fucking do it. Eat the money that you're going to lose. And your fiance is only partially okay with it. You're kind of the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I've never planned a wedding, but here's the thing. You always have time to get married. There's no rush to it. 26 young, I feel like, is like, okay, well, I really want to just do my wedding and stuff. I've dreamed of this forever, which I get. But you're putting a day above your whole relationship.
Yes. And he will resent you.
Even if you think like, no, I still want to do it or whatever, I just wouldn't. If anything, I would say the only thing is like if the two of you both were aligned completely on still wanting to go through with it, like going to a courthouse and getting married and be like, we'll do the celebration after the 100 days or whatever. If it was that important to you to be married, and then and not tell the family or whatever. But I don't know. Why can't you wait?
I get that pressure of feeling like she's already paid the caterers, the venue, people already bought.
It's also a party at the end of the day. It's a party. It's a celebration.
An expensive one.
Yeah. I think your relationship should be more important than your wedding.
The wedding's not about you. It is and it isn't. You're trying to make everybody happy.
We've talked about like now at our age and stuff, if you could do it again.
I'd never do it again.
You'd rather do, we've talked about like a cool, chic, like courthouse situation. Or
my husband and I talk about it. We're so happy we had the wedding. We loved it. We have so many great memories from it. So happy I did it.
I know you don't remember that wedding.
Well, no, from the videos, from the videographer.
The pictures.
Because I was blacked the fuck out halfway through. But We're like, we could have put a down payment on a house.
And this is not to deter anyone.
No.
Do you, unless your partner's father just died and 3 weeks later you're trying to have a wedding that people are
Nobody
not comfortable with
wants,
anymore.
Yeah.
Case closed.
We need our
gavels.
Our gavels. What did they name her? Did they say she was the asshole?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she added an edit that said, my sister-in-law had already warned us that my father-in-law's death could be near a month before the passing. We both have thought father-in-law was going to be around us for some more time. And they also added, my fiance is heavily conflicted. Regarding cost, it has been split equally between both families. Okay, well, especially then.
Mm-hmm.
The wedding is in the country where we live, but some of the guests, not all, had to come from abroad. But it's still, things happen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm just saying, that's a fight and a resentment that you don't want to deal with.
Well,
that's
the thing.
You can't take it back.
Death is permanent.
Mm-hmm.
Wait the 100 days.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to die. No one's going to get,
And just because you don't get it, because maybe you're not their religion or part of their culture or whatever, doesn't make it any less real.
No.
You know? So, okay.
Asshole behavior for sure.
Yeah. But I get it being a bride, and as much as you don't want to be an asshole with anything, you just become one.
Yeah.
All brides do a little bit. That's why we stick to funerals.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm up first this week. Do you have a little side bitch for us?
I do. So if you remember a couple months ago, I think I also did this for a side bitch on Instagram that overheard LA.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote obituaries for Instagram captions. Okay, well, they just released a part 2, so I wanted to read that as
your side bitch?
Yes.
Okay, I love it.
This is actually from the Overheard New York account, and it's by Emily Bernstein. Okay, the first one it says is when it says like POV, you know, in people's captions, they said, please, the grammar people are so tired. Because everyone's like, no one knows how to actually use point of view as like a term.
Yeah.
Everyone uses it wrong. They said, felt cute, might delete later. They said, put this in storage with the Valencia filter and let it collect dust. So it said, I'm not crying, you're crying. And they said, why are you assuming my emotional state? That's between me and my period tracker app. Partner in crime. The only crime committed was this caption.
Oh,
all right.
No. I'm sure I've used partner in crime before. With probably a picture of us.
About last night. And they said, what about it? Unless you're literally posting a 7-slide PowerPoint presentation, it is only highlighting a lack of follow through to future employers.
Oh, no.
Let's get this girl married. Speaking of weddings, this caption just threw up at brunch and sent you a $300 Venmo request for dick-shaped straws. Another trip around the sun. They said, we get it. You watch the Magic School Bus, but there's more effective ways to remind people to wish you a happy birthday.
We go around the sun. That's right.
The last one says, anything written in the first person form from a baby or a dog.
Oh, I
They said, right to jail.
No, I like that.
Yeah, but you're like cringy when it comes to
I know. I know.
I hate
love it. I love a dog's first person point of view.
Oh, God.
I love it.
Well, doggone it. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll hear what had you spinning in your coffin.
Alrighty.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week?
Okay, well, before we get into the coffin spinner, we just need to go back to that side bitch for a minute because you have a full Instagram for Hot Dog in her voice.
At Hot Dog in LA. At Hot Dog in LA. That's her Instagram account.
Oh, okay.
I don't run Hot Dog's account. Okay. She runs that.
Okay.
And you're just mad because she has more followers than you.
I know. Hot Dog. Well, what had me spinning in my coffin?
Yeah, that was the initial question.
Zombies.
Zombies?
Zombies, baby.
In your head.
Okay, well, I'll explain. It's not the normal zombies that you think about, but what inspired me to do this and to talk about zombies is The Last of Us.
Okay, can we talk about The Last of Us for a minute?
Okay, if you have not seen or played The Last of Us, you're missing out. Spencer and I both played it.
Yes.
And it is the most beautiful and tragic and just good game. I think you played the second one too.
Yeah, I played both of them. Well, I have a family member who works for PlayStation. They gave me a PlayStation, and then you and I all of a sudden were
Then I had to go get one.
Yeah, then Madison, of course, had to get one, and we were like, what do we play?
We went through a period a few years ago. I'd come over to your house in the morning, and then so quickly it'd be like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And we had just played.
Yeah.
Insane. But yes, it's such a beautiful game and a really, really good TV show now on HBO. And even if you haven't played the game, you can still watch it and think it's great. My husband doesn't play any video games, and he's watching it and is hooked. And he's always asking me about clickers. He's like, what are those things? And so I'm like, oh, okay. I got to explain it to him. So I thought I'd explain it to you guys too. So in the game and the show, there was a global pandemic that takes over the world and basically destroys all of civilization. And then the story really takes place about 20 years after the initial pandemic, and the world is just truly destroyed.
It's a dystopian future.
Yes. And people are trying to rebuild, but there's politics involved. And then there's like a rebellion. It's like a complicated story, but it's scary because it feels like it could, it could happen. You never know. The infection that caused this and ravaged the world was a fungus infection known as cordyceps in the show and the game. And there are stages of mutation. So once a human is infected, and Newsweek kind of broke down all of the stages. I'm going to read this and we will get to why I'm talking about this. And this isn't a paid promo for the show, although HBO, reach out because we wouldn't be opposed. Yeah. Okay, so Newsweek, it says, quote, a runner can then turn into a stalker. Those who have been infected from between 2 weeks to a year, and in the game, they stalk their prey in the dark before attacking them. Clickers are much more dangerous. They tend to be those who have been infected for a year or more, and by the stage, the fungus has spread to the point of blinding the host so that they have to use echolocation to find their prey. They are incredibly strong and difficult to defeat. And then there's bloaters, which are the next stage of infected and have been affected by cordyceps for several years, causing their bodies to bloat. They have enhanced strength and are quite resilient thanks to being protected by the fungus, which acts as a protective barrier across their body. And in the show and the game, you'll see like the clickers, they have this like fungi growing out of their head, and it's disgusting. It looks like a brain.
Yeah, and you have to like throw stuff to distract them, remember?
Yes.
Like beer bottles and stuff and bricks.
And like sunlight they wouldn't go into.
Uh-huh.
But in the dark, they were there.
Mm-hmm.
I explain this because the fungi is real. It's not a made-up horrendous thing just for the show.
Huh.
It's a real thing.
And it infects people?
Well, as of right now, it affects ants and other insects. So it's known as Ophiocordyceps unilateralis.
Ah, yes, I'm familiar.
Yes. It was discovered in the 1800s and is typically found in tropical forests. This is seen in ants and other insects, like I said, and the fungus infects, according to National Geographic, through spores that attach and penetrate the exoskeleton and slowly take over its behavior. As the infection advances, the enthralled ant is compelled to leave its nest for a more humid microclimate that's favorable to the fungus's growth. The ant is compelled to descend to a vantage point about 10 inches off the ground, sink its jaws into a leaf vein, and wait for death. Meanwhile, the fungus feeds on its victim's innards until it's ready for the final stage. Several days after the ant has died, the fungus sends a fruiting body out through the base of the ant's head, turning its shriveled corpse into a launch pad from which it can jettison its spores and infect new ants.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Is that terrifying? And I'll show you pictures of it. It is this long thing. Oh, it almost looks like a unicorn.
That comes out of the ant's head.
Comes out of the ant's head.
And you know what's weird too is like you were saying, like it's kind of like it picks up this like human like, or it wants to get to this like human like feel or whatever, because we share so much DNA with mushrooms, right? Mm-hmm. It's weird that like it would make the ant want to do that. And it's just weird.
Okay, well, wait. Something else that's scary is that throughout the incubation period, an ant seems perfectly normal. And ants, I guess, pick up on other ants being sick and they kick them out of their colony to protect everyone else. But sometimes it's too late. And so that ant can infect another ant. It's fucking scary. Now, could this ever jump to humans and make us all clickers? Probably not. But there are 100 Ophiocordyceps species, and 35 of them control the mind of whoever they infect. So most likely, no, they will not infect humans. We have an immunity to them, allegedly, and they're pretty species specific. But there is one type that affects ghost moth caterpillars, and it fucking makes them look like unicorns also, because the fungus comes out the top of their head again, like a long horn. But the dead caterpillar that was killed by this is classified as a medicinal mushroom and is used in traditional Tibetan and Chinese medicine. And it's used as an aphrodisiac and has also been used in cancer treatment because it boosts immunity.
Weird.
It's wild to me. So we should be fine again, however, as humans. But I found an article on Live Science explaining deadly diseases that hopped across species. The novel coronavirus had many theories about bats, snakes, pangolins being the source of COVID. And then H1N1 PDM09 originated in pig herds. The bubonic plague was linked back to rodents and cats, infecting
mad cow disease
through flea bites, mad cow disease, malaria from mosquitoes. HIV is linked to chimps.
Lyme disease,
Ebola. I mean,
there's a lot.
There's a lot. Then the last two things I'm going to read kind of terrified me. So it's called Pithovirus Sibericum. And this is a virus unofficially known as zombie, and it allegedly can reanimate and bring to life amoeba. From Medical News Today, they said in 2014, researchers from the Centre National de la Recherche Scientifique at Aix-Marseille University in France dug a fascinating organism out of the Siberian permafrost, a so-called giant virus about 30,000 years old, which they named Pithovirus Sibericum. And then they say giant viruses are called this way because though still tiny, they are easily visible under the microscope. But there's something else that makes PS stand apart. It is a DNA virus that contains a large number of genes, as many as 500 to be precise. And so it can reanimate other things like amoeba. Hopefully it can't reanimate us.
Yeah.
But they were saying with global warming and all of the drilling that we're doing, we're unearthing these viruses that were 30,000 years old. And so if those get out, who knows?
Oh, let the end times come already. Give us a show.
I just don't want to be here for it. Okay, but lastly, we're talking rabies.
Remember when Tyra Banks pretended she had rabies on a show?
That's another show we could rewatch and
Oh, probably so problematic. But I remember
awful.
She would make everything about herself. And remember she pretended she started foaming at the mouth.
Yes.
I got bit by a dog today. And then she's like, oh. She was crazy, man.
Crazy. And rabies is so sad to me. You see a rabid animal. Have you ever Googled a rabid animal or seen a video of a rabid animal?
Just your Instagram.
Well, it's scary, right?
Yeah, terrifying.
Sad. So sad. So rabies is deadly and is spread through saliva, typically from a bite of an infected animal. Here in the U.S., skunks, raccoons, coyotes, foxes, bats, and sometimes dogs
I always think raccoons.
Yes, I never think skunks, and we have skunks in our yard.
Oh, God, she's going to be paranoid now.
I already am, I know. So signs of rabies from Mayo Clinic: fever, headache, nausea, vomiting, agitation, anxiety, confusion, hyperactivity.
I have all of those
things
every day of my life.
I know.
Are you kidding me?
Difficulty swallowing.
Not that.
Excessive salivation.
Salvation.
Salivation.
Salvation. You're just praying.
Yes,
all the time.
Fear brought on by attempts to drink fluids because of difficulty swallowing water. Fear brought on by air blown on the face. Hallucinations, insomnia, and partial paralysis.
Huh.
These are all symptoms of rabies. But in an article from National Geographic, they talk about genetic tweaks to rabies that could create something called the rage virus. And it scared the shit out of me, Spencer. So they talk about how if you combined rabies with the flu virus, because the flu can spread so quickly and can be airborne, we could have a zombie apocalypse.
What do you mean?
They say, quote, all rabies has to do is go airborne and you have the rage virus. The article also says, to be transmitted by air, rabies would have to borrow traits from another virus, such as influenza. Different forms or strains of the same virus can swap pieces of genetic code through processes called reassortment or recombination. But then they go on to say, but unrelated viruses simply do not hybridize in nature.
Meaning that they can't just come together naturally.
Right, in nature. But
they can in a lab.
In a lab they could. Likewise, they say, it's scientifically unheard of for two radically different viruses, such as rabies and influenza, to borrow traits. They're too different. They cannot share genetic information. Then they go on and they say, rabies virus mutation possible? Unlike movie zombies, which become reanimated almost immediately after infection, the first signs a human has rabies, such as anxiety, confusion, hallucinations, and paralysis, don't typically appear for 10 days to a year. You could have rabies from a year ago and not know it.
Remember Carew? Speaking
Yes.
of like being zombified, and that had an incubation period of like
50
80
years.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It is insane. You could be sitting at home with rabies right now not knowing.
Ugh.
Then they say once rabies sets in, though, it's fatal within a week if left untreated. If the genetic code of the rabies virus experienced enough changes or mutations, its incubation time could be reduced dramatically. Many viruses have naturally high mutation rates and constantly change as a means of evading or bypassing the defense of their hosts. There are various ways viral mutations can occur, for example, through copying mistakes during gene replication or damage from ultraviolet light. So if they put those together, I encourage I don't encourage you guys to go watch what a rabid animal looks like, but it is scary.
Ugh,
or even a rabid human. I mean, imagine a human with rabies.
There has been.
No, I know. All of these symptoms, the like hyperactivity, it would be scary.
Because that sounds fast to me, and I don't like that.
I
had a dream one time that my stepdad had a evil twin named Dan.
No. And okay.
He was pretty fast.
Did he have rabies?
Chased me. Scary.
Oh, scary. I wonder what that meant.
Well, I love my dad, but not his evil twin Dan.
No. God. So I do have a part 2 because this kept going on and on. You still laughing about Dan?
I don't know. Just like, why did I say that story? I don't know, but
I had to move on.
Anything goes, baby.
I said, well, anyway, so zombies. Yeah, you never know. It could happen. I have a part 2 coming.
Please, because I am obsessed with this.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some voodoo, actually.
Shit.
Stay tuned for part 2. Sorry if that was so science-y, but
no,
my God.
I know you're apologizing to everyone, but on behalf of the Geoffs, I'm going to say no, because it's so scary. And it is so interesting to me. And like, you understand why scientists want to become scientists and study these types of mutations and bacterias and diseases. It's so wild. I mean, just the fact that, well, first of all, to me, it's just like, well, yeah, it's like, where did humans come from? Some sort of mutation and some sort of bacteria that turned into something else. But it's so wild to think like, oh, this bacteria or virus can go into an ant and then project itself and turn into like a
it's
what?
Crazy.
Are
I know.
You kidding me?
It's nuts.
God, thank you for that.
Mother Nature said, fuck you.
I'm
going to do what I want.
Well, also, everything comes from somewhere. Everything has to stem from somewhere. And so hearing that is how, or like the first virus or whatever, turning into the clickers in The Last of Us or whatever is wild.
Yeah.
Huh. The more you know.
The more you know.
Alrighty. Well, we'll take a quick break.
And we'll be back with your coffin spinner.
We'll be right back.
And we're back. Spencer, what had you spinning?
My coffin spinner this week is brought to you in part by The View.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't know what that is going to mean.
Well, I had it on in the background the other day because that's my show that I put on when
Like your comfort show?
Yeah, when I'm like cooking lunch usually.
Okay.
I had it on in the background and it caught my attention because they were talking about people's biggest regrets on their deathbed. And I thought, wow, like what an interesting topic that would be for a coffin spinner.
Oh, wow. Yes.
In 2009, there was this Australian writer named Bronnie Ware, and she is really like anytime you look up regrets about death, her name will come up because she wrote this blog post titled Regrets of the Dying in 2009. And the post ended up going viral. It was shared all over the world. And that was back when I feel like when something went viral in 2009,
it was viral.
Yeah, it also had more of like an impact because I feel like something goes viral every 5 seconds now.
Yeah.
But this was shared all over the world, so much so that eventually in 2011, 2 years later, it was turned into a book called The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. And due to its success the following year in 2012, it was translated into 27 different languages.
Wow.
So it was like...
It's like the Bible.
Yeah. It's not hard to understand why. I think as humans, death is this really hard to grasp concept, regardless of the fact that it's something all of us are going to experience. I mean, hell, we've heard some stories on this show. People experience death more than once. And that's also what's like so special, I feel like, about Obituary and like doing this show is just all of us learning about death. Like it's so comforting in some ways just to familiarize ourselves with this really dark concept.
Your brain cannot, I still can't grasp, where do we go?
Or what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Or does it just go dark? I mean,
I don't want to be alone.
Well, with me by your side,
I know.
You'll never be alone. Now, our gal Bronnie has some real strict copyright guidelines on her website, like her blog. So I'll link the entire blog post that started it all in our show notes. But I wanted to share the number one biggest regret that she shared. And this is something I saw several times. I'd also like to mention, because I was like, well, why'd she write it? Like, what's prompted her to do this? Well, she spent, I think, around 8 years working in palliative care.
Oh, so she's seen it all.
Yeah. So she's got a lot of firsthand experience with patients. And the first biggest regret says, quote, "I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me."
Oh.
And this was the most common regret of all, she writes. When people realize that their life is almost over and look back clearly on it, it is easy to see how many dreams have gone unfulfilled. Most people had not honored even a half of their dreams and had to die knowing it was due to choices that they made or not made. It is very important to try and honor at least some of your dreams along the way. From the moment that you lose your health, it's too late. Health brings a freedom that very few realize until they no longer have it.
I even think about when we had the flu. Oh my God, you take your health for granted.
Yeah, and I mean, we're both very lucky that at this point in our lives, we're still healthy and we haven't had to fight anything or struggle with any super severe disability. Yeah. According to Psychology Today, a nationally representative study which asked 270 Americans to describe a significant life regret found that the most commonly reported regrets involved romance, 19%, family, 17%, education, 14%, career, 13%, finance, 9%, and parenting, 9%. Just for some stats. But in that same article, which was published in 2021, called The 6 Most Common Regrets People Experience, they write, a number of features increase the likelihood that a decision will lead to regret. Feelings of regret in the long term are more likely for decisions involving inaction. That is choosing not to do something. For example, that overseas job you never took, or that person you never had the courage to ask out. This kind of regret is enhanced by our imagination, which compares the real world with visions of the best alternative world. You can never know how things would have turned out, but your mind can easily paint a rosy picture, which I think is so true.
Absolutely.
What if? What if I had done
What
this?
if is the worst question.
But also the most inspiring, I guess, because you never know what things can lead to. Inc.com, also inc.com, also Magazine.com.
I know, I was like, what?
They reported that Kat Von D has had 10 regrets. No. They reported on some of the top regrets people have had in an article called 12 Things People Regret. People love a list when they're talking about these the most before they die. So I wanted to go through them and just talk about them, like have a conversation about them, because I'm sure this is something that we've both have our thoughts on, as does everyone listening right now. The first one is I wish I had spent more time with people I love. Which I think is definitely, I think all of us have lost people and been like, God, I wish I would have spent more time. Or like when someone dies, I feel like you think of specific circumstances where you're like, I should have gone to this.
Yeah.
Or I wish I would have been there for this. I know that would have been important for them.
Oh, I even thought about it today with the dogs. I play with them every day, walk them every day, but I know that Doris, for instance, loves when I throw a Frisbee for her. And I was like, God, I don't feel like doing it right now. Like, I was just tired. Like, I didn't want to do it. And then in my head, I'm like, there's going to be a day where you won't be able to do this and you are going to regret not doing this. Like, just go do it.
For sure. I mean, I think there's like times you can't obviously live your life for other people or animals, or you think of like your grandparents, even your parents when you're young and you're like, I don't want to go on this family vacation. You were constantly trying to get out of doing family things. And it's like you get older and you're like, God, I wish I would have done that when everyone was still there or we were still in that period of time. I don't want to get heavy.
It's so heavy. It is heavy. It makes me teary-eyed. I think I talk to my parents every day, but do I go see them enough? No.
It's hard, and I think we all get distracted by everyday life. Like, when you think about how times used to be, like, we're talking hundreds of years ago, I feel like people had their family, and it was you live and die for your family. Nowadays, it's different, which is good in a lot of ways, because there's a lot of toxicity that can come with that sometimes.
A lot of unhealthy things we've had to unlearn.
Yeah, but I do think it is so important, whether it's family or it's friends or it's your significant other or pet. It's so important in life to just show up where you can and when it feels good, because if you're showing up for someone all the time and they're not doing the same for you, then
you might regret showing up.
Yeah, because there's other ways that you could have spent the time or other people that you could have shown up for. The next one said, I wish I had worried less, which is something that oh my God.
Easier said than done, though.
All of these are.
Yeah.
All of these are easier said than done. But definitely, I think I'm such a worrier.
Same.
And you are too. And it's also, I mean, we both have anxiety disorders, as do probably many of you out there. Trying to future predict and running yourself through the worst case scenarios.
I am a catastrophizer.
I'm the same way. You know that. I mean, it's hard not to, and it feels impossible not to sometimes. That's something that probably the main thing that I've been working on in therapy is like not catastrophizing and figuring out why I catastrophize, what the point of me trying to do that is. And it's interesting to see all the inner workings, and I don't feel like disclosing too much around that. I don't know. It's hard not to catastrophize. It's hard not to worry.
Well, in the world that we live in, and I know nothing's changed as far as like, I say it all the time, like, I don't want to bring a kid into this world right now. And it's like, there's always been something so fucked up.
Yeah.
But you turn on the news, it's hard to not get into that loop of catastrophe.
I'm sure talked about it before. I know I have on Cult Leader. When we're inundated with so much news on a daily basis, because it didn't used to be that way. You used to turn on the TV and watch the 5 o'clock news or something. You'd hear the local news, whatever was happening, or if some major national thing happened. Nowadays, it's all day on Twitter. You're getting CNN alerts on your phone or Apple News.
TikTok.
And then you're seeing on TikTok, and then you're seeing it on Instagram and Facebook. And it's like, no wonder we catastrophize, because we're constantly inundated with news from 50 different sources in an hour in the simple scroll of a phone. And you're left with this really dreary feeling, which is why you always feel better when you're not being active online and you're deleting certain apps from your phone or taking like a social media break, because it almost feels impossible to recharge when you're stuck in this doom scrolling hell.
When your charge is being just sucked out of you.
Yeah. I mean, it's draining. And one more thing on that point, like the worrying less, which is something that I remind myself all the time. I'm like, okay, when I'm laying on my deathbed, am I going to think about this? Am I going to be worried about what shitty comments so-and-so said online or a bad review or...
Are you going to be lucky enough to have a deathbed?
Yeah.
Honey, you don't know.
Who knows? The next one is I wish I would have forgiven more. Which I do.
That's a tough one.
It's tough, but I do think forgiveness.
It depends, too, on what it is.
Of course, but it's often to give yourself peace of mind.
Right.
Whenever I'm talking about like a murder trial or something and I think of the family, like...
that can forgive.
I think it's one of the hardest things to do, but I'm also like, that's so good that you're doing that for yourself because... you don't have to hang on to some of those feelings.
The negative energy, yeah.
But you also don't have to forgive if you don't want to forgive. But
they're better than me. I would never.
I wish I would have stood up for myself was another common one that came up a lot. I think we can all, even on a minuscule scale of like, oh, I should have said this, or I wish I would have said this when this person said it to me.
Oh, instantly comes up for me the worst job I ever had. The worst job experience I ever had.
Oh, that was horrible.
Horrible for me. And I...
At a popular makeup company.
Yes.
We'll say that.
The worst. I've never been the type to go to HR. I went to HR and I didn't stand up for myself enough. I really wish... I mean, everything that I did and everything that happened led me to where I am now, and I'm like thrilled. You know,
well, you were able to walk away.
I was able to walk away. However... I wish I would have burned the building down.
On the way out.
Yeah. No. Legally, no.
Legally,
kidding.
She doesn't wish that.
But I wish I would have told some people to go fuck themselves or...
For sure. My last job as well was sort of a toxic environment, especially towards the end, and the way that I was treated at the end of it, I was like, holy shit, you know? But also, yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're on tour with your best friend saying, fuck you.
Fuck you. God. Most makeup brands I've worked for have been incredible, not toxic. That one can go to hell.
Yeah. I wish I had my own life.
Oh.
I think a lot of people live their lives for other people. This was a commonality that I saw come up a lot. There was this other thing that I read from lifehack.org that says, you're the one bearing the consequences of your life, but are you the one living it? Do you make your decisions based on your dreams and aspirations, or because it's what your mother wants, what your father expects, or what your husband needs? Are you always afraid of what others might say about you if you live your life your way? One day life will be gone, and imagine how you'll feel if you get to the end of it and never made any of the important decisions in it. This is something that you can change today. I think a lot of people do live their life a certain way because it's what their families expect of them, or they fell into this thing where it's like, well, I have to take care of my partner's needs. Or my partner, like one thing I see a lot is people who are like in relationships where maybe one half of the relationship has a job that society thinks is a more important job or a more real job or something. And it's like, oh, well, of course I should adhere to their needs because society says their job's more important.
Right.
And it's like, why?
No, absolutely. And we talked about this today, how we were always kind of the black sheep in our family. Whatever we put on ourselves now that we're like not the black sheep, or like, you know, you're in teenage rebellion, assholes.
You grow out of it.
You grow out of it. And something you and I related with, and we talked about it today, was like this feeling of always needing to be good that we put on ourselves. Our family doesn't put that on us.
Well, I mean, listen, conditioning, I mean, they're part of it, but it's not with harmful intent. I mean, I'll just say what we were talking about this morning, if you're okay.
Yeah.
So we were talking about, I slept in today, and I do not like to sleep in because...
You feel like a loser.
Yeah, I feel like, oh, I'm doing something bad by sleeping in. And I was telling Madison, like, I judge her when she does it, and I judge myself when I do it. And not in like not in a mean way at all. It's just like I notice it.
I get it because I judge myself for it. And we have like our mom's voices in our heads.
Or like our parents.
Slept that long? Like, when in reality, like now I have a job where I can do that.
Well,
right?
and we worked 12 hours straight yesterday. we worked until 1 o'clock in the morning on our computers, like booking stuff and doing all this paperwork that we needed to fill out. I mean, so who's to say what's right or wrong? But I was telling her, I was like, yeah, I was talking to my therapist about this, and I had talked to my sister about it because I'm like, even little things that your parents can tell you or whoever's around you can tell you can make such an impact. Mine was like positive when I was younger. It'd be like, oh, I got myself up early for school that day, and maybe my dad was like, oh, good job, you got yourself up. And because I'm someone who wants to be told that I did a good job, I'm like, wow, I automatically equate waking up early now with doing a good job.
Right.
And that must mean I'm bad if I don't wake up early, or that I did something wrong by not waking up early. And we had this great conversation about it today, because I was like, isn't it weird? I judge myself for it. I judge other people for it, not in like a judgmental bitchy way, but like if you call me and you're like, bitch, I slept until 12 o'clock. My initial reaction is, oh my God, that's so bad. I can't believe you slept until 12 o'clock.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like one of those things that's a projection. You know, I know where you're coming from with the good and bad, because I struggle with that. Like, I want to be good. This is good. Like when I wake up early, I feel better about myself, when really it shouldn't have any bearing on your self-esteem.
No.
What time you go to bed and what time you wake up, but there is like a
societal norms.
Totally.
But then like there's defensiveness that can come with it too, because if someone says, oh wow, I wish I could sleep in, it's like,
oh, I'm like, fuck.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And honestly, the only reason I don't sleep in most of the time is because I end up with a headache, which I have today.
Well, and I guess if we didn't have those, I think the feeling good or feeling bad can be beneficial, because if I didn't feel bad about waking up at noon, I'd be waking up at 5.
Well, that has to do with,
off the rails.
With shame too, which is another thing that I've talked to my therapist about a lot lately, is because shame can be good because it prevents us from doing or saying certain things, but it can also, there's also a negative side to it.
It can hinder you from a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely. Sorry, we're getting deep today, guys.
I know. Sorry for the theory. We were just talking about fucking insects and zombies.
You're like, that's it. Actually, it came out of its head. Looked like a fucking unicorn.
Have you ever seen someone with rabies?
And I'm like, yeah, when I was a kid, I just,
I wanted to feel good.
I wanted to feel good. I wanted to praise. Anyways, moving on this list. I wish I had worked less, a lot of people say, which is one that I think I could have related to before more when I was working a job that I felt like had completely taken over my life.
You're a workaholic, though.
This has taken over my life.
Yeah.
But I love what we do so much.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work.
No. And we get to do it together. And even when I'm doing Cult Leader separately, it's still, I so appreciate and I'm so grateful for what I do.
Yeah.
Things running and keep things going.
I work more now than I ever have before at a normal job.
A normal job. I know, whatever that means. But I'm sure there's a lot of people, like I think of people in my life or family members who have devoted so much of their life to work, and work has always been their number one thing. And I even know people that spent their whole life focusing on work. Their families fell apart. And it's like, okay, well, now what do you have? Your job? That's not.
Nobody at your job cares about you like your family's going to care about you.
No. But your family also won't pay the bills, so keep your job.
To work. It's all so complex.
So complex. And I mean, yeah, we don't want to sound ignorant. Like, we know we're only speaking from our experience.
Yeah.
Of course, with all of this. A lot of people like saying they wish they would have faced their fears, which...
Not me.
So I actually brought a snake out.
No! Why? I was thinking about snakes.
I'm like,
no,
I pulled it out of the drawer right here. Lots of chasing the wrong things. Wish I would have stopped chasing the wrong things. And let me tell you this. If you're listening right now and you're thinking, am I chasing the wrong thing? You might be chasing the wrong thing.
Might be chasing the wrong
That one's
thing.
for you. Using your energy wisely. It says, because spending energy complaining, worrying, or being impatient is just wasted energy. Which is true.
Easier said than done.
All of these are easier said than done. And one thing I really liked was seeing become the person you would want to spend the rest of your life with.
Oh.
Which I think is... I mean, it's like RuPaul, like, if you can't love yourself. I mean, I always think it's good to strive to be someone that you would want to be around, of course.
I mean, actually, I'm kind of a dream. I'm just thinking at home. I cook, I clean.
Yeah, you're a dream, baby. You'd want to be with you. You're so thoughtful. You're so kind. And you're such a patient person.
Yeah.
Now, what about me?
No, I would love to spend the rest of my life with you, girly. We are.
We are together for the long haul. And I wish I'd lived more in the moment.
Now that.
That is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that my biggest takeaway after losing my mom, which is something that me and my sister Olivia talk about a lot, is if we hadn't lost her, we probably would both be doing job-wise what we were doing before.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest things that we got from, unfortunately, losing my mom was, oh, wow, life's so fucking short. If we don't go for the things that we want to do or that we're actually passionate and love doing, there's no point in doing it. And I know that's also like,
and she would be so proud of that.
Well, it's like a privilege that I acknowledge that I was able to work and save and get to a point where I could do this full time. Now she's been able to do, the same with her business. And I think like never would I have taken the plunge probably to do something like podcast or whatever full time. I didn't even think it was a possibility until it was. And it was so scary. I look at everything that we get to do now and it's just so fucking cool. And like, I just never would have done that. And you don't have to wait until you lose someone really important to learn that lesson. Like, hey, life is fucking short. We are all going to die. We don't know when. It's okay to take risks. Things don't always work out. I've taken many risks in my life and done many things that didn't work out well for me. But you never know if you don't try.
You never know if you don't try.
You don't want to lie there thinking, what if?
Oh, man, what if? I know.
Why not? And if people judge you, let me say this too. Fuck them.
We're all gross humans.
Yes,
like, nobody is that important.
No. And
like, truly.
No. Oh, please. I really love this quote from Mark Victor Hansen that said, I just came across it when I was looking into this stuff, and it says, don't wait until everything is just right. It will never be perfect. There will always be challenges, obstacles, and less than perfect conditions. So what? Get started now. With each step you take, you will grow stronger and stronger, more and more skilled, more and more self-confident, and more successful, which...
I have to remember that, because with my particular OCD, I wait to do things until they have to feel perfect, and then I do things.
And there's never a perfect thing.
I know.
There's never a perfect thing. Never a perfect time. It's like when people talk about having children or doing this or doing that. There's never a good time.
No.
Ever. But I mean, okay, like not to be quotesy, but I also have a quote. That's my personal favorite quote that I've loved forever. And it's from F. Scott Fitzgerald. And it says, for what it's worth, it's never too late to be whoever you want to be. I hope you live a life you're proud of. And if you find that you're not, I hope you have the strength to start over. Love it.
Love it.
And one last quote from Mr. Tim McGraw. Live like you were dying.
Oh,
I'm just like a high school yearbook quote. No, but I mean, come on. It's truly, when you sit down and think about it, it's who the fuck cares about anything ever. Just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Unless it's hurting or harming others.
Exactly. Just be a good human.
Rob a bank.
We're all sacks of shit. Anyway.
God.
I mean, we're all full of it.
Everyone's full of it. Everyone's faking everything. Nobody knows what they're doing. I love reading books by people who have worked in finance or business, and they're like, oh, nobody knows what they're doing.
Nobody.
Everybody is just makes up their responsibilities.
Yeah.
And please.
Oh, please.
They're studying ants coming out of other ants' heads. What's that? Come on, what are you really doing? Okay?
I know.
You could be doing something different.
Truly.
No, we're just like become like anti-scientist podcasts.
No, but like, okay, look at The Last of Us. Like, someone, found that morsel of information about some zombie eating, killing fungus and made millions off of it.
Yeah.
You can do anything. No idea's stupid.
No, it's so important to take risks too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like you get so confined and it's like life can feel so constricting and fucking boring.
Go out. Do the thing. Do the thing, honey.
Period.
You want paint? Go paint.
Oh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
You want to be the best barista there is? Do it.
Make that latte art, bitch.
Yeah. That is an art form.
Oh, please. Life is an art form.
My God, you want to play baseball? Go play baseball. I don't care that you're a 65-year-old woman.
Who's that for?
I don't know. Me? I really want to play baseball.
Do you?
No.
A league of her own?
A league of her own.
All right. Well, that's it. But yeah, I really, part of it's so fucking cheesy, but it's also like these are real life lessons and it is fucking true. It's, you know, you only got one life, you got limited time. So if you're hindering right now on some major decision that you're like, this could either go really great or really bad, you're not going to fucking know until you do it.
Absolutely.
And that's why I went to rehab when I was 17. That's it. A little late for these people to have their
oh my god,
their last regrets. We getting some obituaries?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Who you got?
Okay, I have Margaret, aka Marge.
Love Marge.
The Huffington Post wrote an article about her saying that this was like the best obituary they've read. And it's a self-written one.
Oh, we love an autobiographical.
Marge died at Hilton Head Hospital from a wide assortment of ailments on Tuesday, August 12th, 2014. When a friend fictitiously asked if I was writing my obituary before or after I passed away, I told her, Carol, I know my limitations.
Oh.
I was born in Paterson, New Jersey to Robert Jr. and Isabella Finley Atkin, wonderful parents, on January 20th, 1930. It was the era of children should be seen and not heard. And my sister Heather and I were thought to be deaf mutes for most of our childhood. After graduation from high school in January of 1948, I took a summer job with New Jersey Bell Telephone Company as a stenographer who could not type and never could, and ended my 35 years with them as district manager. I never thought of giving up my day job to attend college because I was making the magnificent sum of $33 a week.
Ooh.
With the help of that lavish salary and a couple of scholarships, I was relieved, make that worn out, that I did graduate in 4 years with a Rutgers BA in social studies with highest honors. I did this by concurrently attending Farley Dickinson, Fordham, and Rutgers universities while holding down a full-time job. I hope you won't think me odious. I always wanted to use that word. Which we had to Google. When we retired to the island in 1948, I volunteered for the Hilton Head Orchestra League, was president of the Port Royal Racquet Club, and served on the Hilton Head Hospital Auxiliary Board. I chaired the hospital's 1990 charity ball and also chaired fundraising dinners for the hospital. As a board member of the Friends of Hilton Head Library, I initiated the ongoing book break series and chaired the 2000 and 2001 events. And you thought I was just another plain face, but very wrinkled. At the hospital, my volunteer job was to prepare the production reports for one department, which I did for 20 years and was just getting the hang of it when catastrophe struck. I had worked out the calculations by sliding counters along rods on my abacus. One of the important hospital staff spied this little old lady happily working her ancient tool and didn't feel that it quite projected the image that our hospital wanted, a high-tech facility, fast-forwarding into modern times. In short order, the abacus was gone, I think to the Smithsonian, and the reports were outsourced to India. I enjoyed my life and want to thank some of those that made this possible. Topping the list is family and close survivors. The most important, my husband, Jack, was always my knight in shining armor. Well, actually my knight in tennis shorts, but for a romantic spin, I'll go with armor. He was taken from me suddenly in April of 2014. He'll live with me forever. Surviving is my sister, Heather. She is funny, warm, overly generous, and the best sister bar none. Then she talks about her adored nieces. She talks about her special cousins, inherited stepson, adopted daughters. She has so many people that loved her. Carol Mueller of Hilton Head gave me meaning to the word friend. She was my personal shopper for everything from greeting cards to clothes. She brought lunch every week and encouraged me to socialize, exercise, and get well, generally making a pest of herself. Kidding, Carol. I don't know what I would have done without her, and thank goodness I never had to find out. I am beholden to Burke's Main Street Pharmacy for letting me use their store as a meeting place with old friends. It was the center of my social life. David, the younger and more handsome, his words, and Tim, the older and more intelligent, his words, of the brothers Burke would ask, "Can we help you, or would you just like to wander aimlessly?" I chose the latter and came to know their stock better than they did. Our condo looked like Berks's annex. I had everything from a simple cane to a wheelchair. When we moved, Berks's sent my prescriptions right to my door at Seabrook, and their friendly delivery man's knock became the highlight of my day. We're talking mad social life here.
Oh, I love it.
The Seabrook was a godsend. The services they offered were perfect. I didn't have to leave the premises. The professional and helpful staff, the friendly atmosphere, making it such a special place. But the jewel of Seabrook is the food. For this world's best worst cook to have the island's ultimate restaurant available each evening was beyond my wildest dreams. My waistline, if you can find it, was testament to Seabrook's cuisine. I'm thankful for the uplifting course offered by Lifelong Learning of Hilton Head Island. I joined because just being among them made me seem more intelligent than I was, an easy task. The organization advertises that the courses are taught by our peers. My peers, they weren't, not even close. Before coming to the island, the only thing I wrote were checks. Then, the island's packet in 1996 asked for comments on how to unclog traffic problems on Route 278. I sent in a column that suggested, humorously, that the solution was for drivers to make right turns only. Thus began a 12-year career writing a monthly humor column of the packet. Fortunately, my editor was David Lauderdale. Not only is he a talented writer and a superb storyteller, but more importantly, a good man. In case I make a return trip here, I want to cover all the bases. As a surprise for our 35th anniversary, my husband published my first 84 columns in a book titled, May All Your Turns Be Right Ones. I never made left turns. It took a little longer to get places, but it cut down on the agita. The Hilton Head Rotary Club marked the book with all proceeds going to their project of building a new home for Deep Well. Then for my 80th birthday, my spouse had the remaining columns set in a book cleverly titled, May All Your Turns Always Be Right Ones. Again, the Rotary Club sold the books with the monies designated to building a new home for Memory Matters. At a Rotary meeting we were invited to attend, Jack and I were shocked and surprised to be presented with a Paul Harris Fellowship. We were honored and humbled, being aware of how infrequently these fellowships are awarded to non-Rotarians. I likened it to be second only to receiving the Congressional Medal of Honor. Thank you, Hilton Head Rotary. In 2012, the Girl Scouts of America celebrated their 100th anniversary. Being a Girl Scout added so much to my life. I was honored to be a scout and absolutely thrilled to spend 3 summer weeks each year at Camp Tiata in upstate New York. My husband was fascinated when I explained that one of our products was to start a fire in the woods and heat some stew ingredients, don't ask, in a tin coffee can. It was a meal to die for, which I'm certain some campers did. Strange, I never had one request for the Camp Tiata stew recipe. Everyone thinks that his or hers doctor is the best, but I win this contest hands down. My oncologist, Dr. Gary Thomas, who, by the way, is a dead ringer for the comic actor Jim Carrey, is a credit to his profession and a source of strength to his patients. His staff of angels is incredible. When he called Jack and me to his office to confirm the diagnosis of multiple myeloma, my husband asked if we would see any physical changes in me. He answered, "She'll probably grow a tail." Jim Carrey could not have quipped it better. Luckily, Veronica's Secret assured me that their back still hostess skirt was ideally suited for my condition. What a relief. Dr. Michael Platt, my ideal primary physician for over 20 years, is the kind of doctor everyone wishes they had. He is a warm, caring man who takes time with each patient, a superb diagnostician, and an all-around good human being. For all these reasons, I called him Dr. Perfect. I'm sure he's thrilled with that title. A big hug to Dr. Dory in Colorado and the wonderful staff at the animal care clinic. When our 14-year-old Cocker Spaniel, Mr. Chips, was failing, Dr. Colorado took him to her home so he would be surrounded by familiar faces and fed him bits of his favorite food. She summoned us to her clinic on a Sunday so the 3 of us could say goodbye with loving last kisses from Chips, and she delivered her first child the next morning.
Aww.
I told Dr. C that when my time comes to be put down, she has the job. The delight of our later years is the already named Natalie Lovebug. Don't you love it? A friendly, huggy-kissy Cocker Spaniel. Because our pets give us unconditional love and enrich our lives, I would be honored to have donations made to the Hilton Head Humane Society. I've had a wonderful life, and thank you to all who made it so. Love, Marge.
Wow. You're either a Doug died or you're a Marge.
And that's with things cut out. I only did the best paragraphs.
Well, you know what? I love it. She had a lot to say, and I think that...
I loved her.
She said it.
Mm-hmm. She said all she needed to say down to the veterinarian, and I love that.
But that's someone that if you got left out of Marge's obituary, you know you fucked up. Because she listed everyone in that obituary.
Well, who do you have for me?
I have Miss Ann B. Davis.
Who's that?
Ann B. Davis.
Who is that?
Oh, you'll feel like the town fool when I read you this. Ann B. Davis, the Emmy-winning actress, best remembered as the nutty housekeeper on television's The Brady Bunch. Alice has died. She was 88. She died Sunday in San Antonio, said her agent. She had fallen Saturday at her home there and did not regain consciousness.
Ooh.
This is also actually from 2014. So I was a little surprised to see the detail that she had fallen in her home and did not regain consciousness. I was like,
what is this, 1860?
Yeah. For the last several years, Davis had, I'll tell you why I'm doing this too. Davis had lived in San Antonio with the family of retired Episcopal Bishop William Frey, a close friend. She was a wonderful, smart, funny woman, Frey told the Times on Sunday.
She lived with a close friend?
She was Alice, he said. Davis was a two-time Emmy winner, playing the wisecracking assistant on the Bob Cummings show in the 1950s, but it was her Brady Bunch character that brought her the greatest fame. As housekeeper Alice Nelson, she provided a dizzy comic presence amid the busy Brady household, solving disputes and offering advice through 117 half-hour episodes. The family sitcom lasted from 1969 to 1974 on ABC, and despite the withering views of critics, went on to become one of the most successful programs in syndication, spawning reunions of the cast in several television movies and spin-off series during the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. Every once in a while, I'll come across an episode just flipping around the dial, Davis told an interviewer in the 90s, and I'll sit down and watch it because I don't remember how it came out, and that makes it kind of fun. Some I recognize right away, and some I literally don't remember having shot. It's amazing to me that it lasted 20 years. Since 1976, Davis lived with an Episcopal community, first in Denver, then in western Pennsylvania, finally settling in the Texas Hill Country near San Antonio. She worked in a homeless shelter in Denver and devoted herself to prayer and Bible study, but took occasional acting roles through the years. I never heard a large voice from above saying, "Get out of show business, Anne," she told Newsday in 1995. I just found my priorities had changed and I knew that I needed some space. Anne Bradford Davis was born on May 5th of 1926 in New York and grew up in Erie, Pennsylvania, where she and her twin sister, Harriet, were encouraged to perform in puppet shows and play acting. She switched her major from pre-med to drama while studying at the University of Michigan, and she graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1948. After college, Davis performed in various nightclubs and stage productions before eventually settling in Los Angeles. In 1955, she landed the role of Charmaine Schultze on The Bob Cummings Show, playing the devoted assistant to Cummings' Playboy photographer until the series ended in 1959. It was later retitled Love That Bob. It depends on how old you are, whether you remember The Cummings Show, Davis told the San Antonio News-Express in 1998. For most people, I'm just Alice, but I don't mind. Now, if I were Alice the axe murderer, then I'd hate it. On the big screen, she appeared with Rock Hudson and Doris Day in the 1961 romantic comedy Lover Come Back. Her other movies included A Man Called Peter, Pepe, and All Hands on Deck. She made cameo appearances as Alice in The Naked Gun, 33 and a Third, The Final Insult, in 1994, and as a truck driver in 1995's The Brady Bunch movie, which was so good.
I remember that because Jan ran away.
Yes. She also, in 1994, she co-wrote Alice's Brady Bunch Cookbook, a collection of Brady-themed recipes and anecdotes, despite her confession that she was clueless in the kitchen. Part of the fun promoting that book was that I would admit it from the beginning. I don't know how to cook, she told the San Antonio News-Express years later. The fact that Alice didn't know how to cook is a funny bit. When I did Regis and Kathy Lee, Regis picked up on it very fast when he realized I didn't even know how to handle the utensils. He moved in and led me every step of the way. Davis is the second Brady Bunch cast member to die. Robert Reed, who played Father Mike Brady, died in 1992 at 59. And unfortunately, we've also lost Florence Henderson since. But okay, I have to tell you, I was looking into Alice, and this obituary doesn't mention it, but randomly, because I watch a lot of, well, you know, like old interviews, I watch a lot of like Lucille Ball's interviews and all of those, and I'm a big fan of the Dick Cavett show, which used to interview anyone and everyone back in the day. I got caught up in some Brady Bunch ones, and then I was reading about all this Brady Bunch drama because Jan really did not want to be associated with the show afterwards, and she would like...
She was a problem from the beginning.
Middle child syndrome, baby. The Stephanie, you know, come on. But she did not want to be associated with it, so she would go on talk shows to talk about other projects and things that she was working on, and if she got any questions about it, they'd be like, oh, do you still keep in touch with any of the cast? And she'd be like, no. She'd be like, I don't know. That was so long ago. Why are you asking about it? Like, she was not willing to accept that she was Jan Brady.
Why?
I think I get it, probably not wanting to be typecast, and it's probably annoying wanting to be an actress, but only being ever asked about one role that you did when you were a child and don't even remember doing.
Okay.
But it also sounded always like
ungrateful.
Shitty, yeah. Since then, I saw she was on Watch What Happens Live not that long ago, a couple years ago. Yeah, the whole Brady cast was. But I was like, oh, you know, what happened to Ann B. Davis? So I pulled up her Wikipedia page. I was looking at her personal life, and it said in 1976, she sold her home in Los Angeles, California, to move to Denver, Colorado, to join an Episcopal community led by Bishop William C. Bray. And I'm like, that sounds very culty to me. Like, because she kind of left it all behind and went and moved with like this religious community. And apparently, so I posted about it on Twitter, and someone said like she left them all her money. So I'm like, this is interesting to me. There's something there. And I started looking into William Fry, who's the leader of it.
Who she like lived with?
And it has been compared to cults in the past.
Really?
But it also says Davis never married, nor was she publicly known to have been romantically linked to anyone. And I'm like, Alice
had a girlfriend. She was with the butcher, right? Like low-key on the show.
Sam.
Yeah.
The butcher, on the show. But in real life, I don't know. I think
she had a different type of roast beef she was
she might have been
interested in.
She might have been a 64-year-old baseball player, girly.
Who shot guns.
We love her. Rest in peace, girly.
Rest in peace, Alice.
She was funny.
Yeah. Wasn't there a thing like she lived in the refrigerator or like in the oven?
Yeah, I think in one of the movies, I feel like maybe that was.
Yeah, she came out of like,
It's so funny because like I grew up on that show, which I think you did too. And
Nick at Night.
I'm like, I don't think today's kids ever watched The Brady Bunch.
I know.
Which is such a staple. They should.
You should.
Also interesting because it was back in the super problematic studio days, but they, after the first like 9 rounds of it being syndicated, like reruns and stuff, they weren't paid after that. So most of them,
really,
they don't got Brady money like that.
That's fucked.
I know. Well, 2 wild gals who passed in 2014. May they rest in peace.
May they rest in peace.
Well, I know some people who probably had some regrets, and it's this next couple of people. We've spun in our coffins.
We've bitched our obituaries.
It's time for some dumb
ass
criminals. Who you got?
Oh, this article has been sent to us so much. From NBC Chicago, Rockford police say suspect at large after stealing funeral van and dumping body.
What?
This happened.
I didn't see. I legitimately did not see this.
January 25th.
Yesterday?
This year, yes. Rockford police have identified a suspect accused of stealing a van from a funeral home and dumping a body in the city of Chicago over the weekend. According to authorities, the van, which belonged to Collins and Stone Funeral Home, was stolen from the business on Saturday afternoon. Police say the body of a 47-year-old man was in the cargo area. The van was driven toward the city of Chicago, where police discovered it on Sunday morning. The man's body was not inside, but on Monday, police were able to locate the deceased individual. A follow-up investigation by police has zeroed in on a suspect identified as 23-year-old Rockford resident Dion Howard. Howard is currently facing charges of unlawful possession of a stolen vehicle and abuse of a corpse, according to authorities. And I know it's not like a funny, dumb criminal.
It's fucking crazy.
I had to read it. A funeral home?
Oh my God.
Why would you steal from a funeral home?
He said no regrets, baby.
No regrets, I guess.
Oh my God.
And to just dump the body? Terrible.
Fuck.
Imagine that was your family member.
Oh, I'd throw hands. Like, going back, I wouldn't forgive. I know that.
Absolutely not. Nope. I'll hold on to that.
I would dig up their most loved one, and I would
strap them to the top of my car.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Like a hood one, I meant.
Uh-huh. How would you feel?
Oh my God. What a dumbass.
Dumbass.
Truly. Mine's different.
Okay.
Mine is also from NBC.
Okay.
We got a girl. Her name was Haijiong Shin, and she was a student at New Brunswick High School, but only for 4 days before she was kicked out, told never to return.
This is high school?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, the woman who New Brunswick police identified as Haijiong Shin of New Brunswick was charged with 1 count of providing a false government document with the intent to verify one's identity or age. Police said she showed a false birth certificate with the intent to enroll as a juvenile high school student when really this bitch was 29 years old.
Why would you want to go back to high school?
Why? First of all. And for a second, I'm like, oh my God, like, what if she just really never got that education and she wanted to just have that high school experience or something?
She can go get a GED.
Also, I'm like, but then I was like super sexist in my head because I'm like, if this was a man, a 29-year-old man, I would be like, oh.
Get away from my children.
Yeah. No, she should have not been there. That's like some orphan shit. But like, the movie The Orphan?
No.
What? Oh, we got to talk about this off air. But I was laughing because it said, during her days in school, Shin spent a lot of time with guidance counselors who were trying to find out more information about her. Ultimately, staff members at the school uncovered the woman's ruse and enabled us to address the situation promptly. Once our staff determined it was dealing with fraudulent information, they immediately notified the authorities. The individual in question has now been charged. The school has warned students to refrain from having any further contact with the woman. It's like Ma.
Yeah.
In person and remotely. He said the district will look at its enrollment process to better identify false documentation. It's like a drawn up.
Is there a picture of her?
I don't think there is. This is an unfortunate event. Communication has been provided to the parents of individuals that the young lady may have come into contact with, and communication has been provided to all of the high school parents. Police are still investigating how this happened, but I love that she...
It reminds me of Never Been Kissed.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Drew Barrymore?
Yes, and Jimmy Kimmel in that movie too. Or no,
not Jimmy Kimmel.
Who's the other one?
David Arquette.
Jimmy
Fallon.
Mm-hmm. Who he's a wild guy.
Wild boy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he likes to party. All right. Well, that's it for the week.
No, it's not. We've got some P.O. Box stuff.
Oh, well, let's open it. This one comes from very near and dear to my hometown. Oh my God. I'm going to give you something and you're going to die.
Is it cyanide?
Yeah. So I'm just going to administer it to you, but I don't want to show you yet. Oh my God. So cute. Look at this handwriting.
Beautiful.
Look at the little spiderweb wax seal. I love a wax seal.
Me too. I like watching people do it.
Uh-huh. It says, Dear Spencer and Madison, I broke out the pink RSVP ballpoint pen for you babes. Just as clumpy and hard to read as ever. First of all, I came across your pod thanks to Spotify. And ew, I really do shorten it to pod. I have a fun story about ash disposal from a decade ago that I would like to share. But first, a note about sea burial. In California, you gotta get a permit and include the registered vehicle. Now, my gramps died in 1997. We did that, and I remember the family going out to my dad's boat to scatter 3 nautical miles out from the sea. By the book. When my grandmother died, it was different. She had adopted my aunt and was my dad's stepmom, but I loved her. I used to stay with her on Saturdays in her gorgeous Victorian, and she'd take me to cool places so I wasn't an uncultured dumb chucklefuck. Pardon my français. She had been gone over a year, and I found out that her ashes were in a fucking paper box in a paper bag on the floor of the coat closet.
What?
When I asked my aunt, uncle, and cousin, they were like, can we just throw it in the garbage? I'm atheist as fuck, girlies. As fuck. But I respected that woman. I was mortified. I told my aunt we had to at least get her in there with Grandpa. So we made a plan to go to Ocean Beach. It was a rainy day, and I took Grandma out of the box, and her remains were in a plastic bag. Sigh. I tucked it into my raincoat, but when I went to get the dog in the car with my aunt, Grandma fell out of my jacket into a puddle that splashed us good. I remember saying, sorry, Grandma, and I was laughing about it, but wait, bitches, the best is yet to come. We get to the beach, and I try to do this shit discreetly. I get waist deep in the water. Spencer, January at Ocean Beach. That water ain't warm. She's not lying. This is all in the Bay Area. I use my fingers to rip open the bag and wait until a wave, and then opened it up. As it pulled out, Grandma goes. I didn't see the bigger wave, but Grandma's back, baby. I was completely baptized. Oh my God. I was completely baptized by my grandmother's ashes. And I remember laughing, and I lovingly referred to it as one last embrace afterward. You can share this story if you want. And they also asked to please not use their name. Okay, fucking great story. Great storytelling.
Amazing storytelling. Hilarious.
And then they said, here's some shit I made too. Thanks for the entertainment. I'm left-handed, so my writing is shit.
No, it's not.
My hand lettering is good.
Oh,
No,
okay.
both are really good. Okay, look at all these really cute stickers. And then look.
Oh my God, how cute are these? Oh my gosh!
Little poodle pins.
Oh,
so cute.
My God, I love them.
We don't want to say the name because you said not to use your name. So,
Yes.
But thank you so much. You're the best.
We love them.
What'd you have over there in that envelope?
Okay. I have, well, first let me read this letter. It says, you're amazing. Hi, guys. A big fan from Arkansas here, and I just wanted to let you both know that your podcast is the absolute highlight of my Thursdays.
Thank you.
I'm also sending me and my boyfriend's Hanukkah card with our little rescue tuxedo pictured on the front. My bestie and I are coming to the Dallas show, and we absolutely cannot wait to see you guys in person after listening since the drop of episode 1.
Yay!
I've been meaning to email Cult Leader about the haunted house I lived in that was built on top of a graveyard. I didn't know that at the time, in Bangkok, Thailand. So hopefully I can find time to tell the wild and terrifying story in the coming weeks. Love you guys and your sweet pups, and thank you for being you. Love, Samantha. P.S. Elvis is totally alive and well in our great state of Arkansas. Yes, I know.
Okay,
but wait.
I trust you. Wait, I want to see the...
Look at her sweet baby dog and she and her boyfriend. Look how cute. Very attractive people.
Handsome couple.
I know.
Oh my God. This is such a cute card.
I know.
The puppy.
Oh, his name's Tuxedo.
It looks like he's wearing a tuxedo.
I know.
And we will see you at our show, I guess.
Dallas.
Hell yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
Well, this
Thank you.
Just been a treat tonight. You guys are too good to us, except you haven't sent us gavels, which is really shocking.
It's fine.
We're not asking again, okay?
But we're asking.
Our P.O. Box is 18149, Long Beach, California, 90807.
Get your tour ticket tickets and, come see Samantha.
Yeah, come see Samantha and us. Maybe Tuxedo will be there. We can't make any promises.
Yeah, we can't make any promises.
You can get your tickets at obituarypodcast.com.
Follow along on Instagram and Twitter at obituarypod and TikTok at obituarypodcast.
But that's it for this week. We'll see you next week for some more Quaffin' Spinners,
Obituaries,
and Dumb
Ass
Criminals. Goodbye.
Goodbye.